Hello class, this is Mr. Garcia here, and today our video is kinda different, huh? Well, what's going on is I'm actually gonna be using my computer for today's recording. I wanted to see if I can try it out. I wanted to see how you guys feel about it. If you guys do not like the way this feels, make sure to let me know. However, I would just wanted to give it a try. If you do enjoy it, also let me know. But if you only have pen and paper, that's fine. You can still follow along. I won't do any techniques that won't transfer to paper as well. So if you have paper and pencil, it's fine. You can still follow along. Okay. All right. So today we're gonna be working with drawing animals. So last week we did insects, and today we're gonna be working on animals. So I have provided 4 animals for you guys. If um, if any of you do not like the animals that I've provided for you to draw, that is fine. You can draw whatever animals you like as long as you provide a picture of them. Okay. I would advise you to go ahead and draw the same animals that I'm drawing, but I'm also willing to allow you to do your own animals because I want you to have some freedom on this. All right. So that being said, let's get started. So I'm going ahead and place the 4 animals in the background. However, my actual reference will be off into my second computer screen, my second monitor, so you won't be seeing it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this one, and again, I will try my best to keep it so that you guys can follow along if you only have pencil and paper. Okay. Okay. For this exercise, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll be drawing the bull. Okay. So like last week, the most important thing when drawing is to have the general shape. So the bull, uh, it's a creature. It's kind of like a sausage. So let's go ahead and draw a big cylinder like this. And again, feel free to go ahead and use your own reference if you like, as long as you provide the reference with me. Notice how even though this is a computer, I still am drawing light for you guys. So there's that. So that's the general shape. Now we have general shape for the head. So it's like kind of like a triangle going this way, or there we go. And then the head is a circle with a square. Now that to me already kind of looks like a ball. If you were to add the horns, oh, I went ahead and drew it a little bit too big. There you go. Advantages of doing this on computer. So if I were to go ahead and draw the horns, there, see, you can already tell it's a bull, just because you have the round top and then the squared bottom. So whenever you see cartoons, they usually try to keep this general shape. They would give it back tiny back legs and a huge upper body like a tank. So that's one thing that cartoonists do. They look for key features because you wanna create the animal as simple as you can, easy to animate, but still be recognizable. So you can have literally a circle as long as it has the 2 horns and then the nostrils of the bull, it already looks like a bull, as opposed to you having to draw this detailed animal. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue. So we are again getting the general shape of the bull. So I'm just using simple shapes, and then after I'm done doing the simple shapes, I will go ahead and start in detail. Now I'm not 100% sure yet if I will be using a different layer or just one layer for this. Layers are found right here. They're it's like different pages. It makes drawing a lot easier on Photoshop. I know there's multiple drawing programs, and that's fine. You can use whichever one you like. And again, you don't have to use one if you don't have one. You can go ahead and use one. I'm gonna use your paper. Please use a sketchbook if you have a sketchbook. I'm drawing really light because it'll be really easy to erase, even though I'm drawing on a computer. The reason why I chose the bowl is because it's the easiest with the general shape, and I wanted to really help you guys with the easiest one. I may go ahead and do another tutorial with the harder ones too. That's the tail. That's our general shape of the bowl. Now I know it's not exact to how the bowl looks, but this is a start, okay? Alright, so when I'm drawing the bowl, I see that there's some fat, some skin hanging down here, goes off into the chest area, and then you have it meeting with the skin hanging from the head. Now we're solidifying our general shape now that we have the outer outline. So now we're tweaking the mistakes that we know we have. The back end, it's higher, and then the back curves inwards because it's supporting all of this fat on the center, all the stomach, and goes inward like this, and then it goes back out because this is muscle. That's one thing I really love about how the poles look, is they're just humongous creatures of muscle. It goes down here, the horns meet it, and then there's a little bit of hair. Okay, I do hope you guys can hear me properly. I have a mic next to me, but I don't know how far it's able to pick up what I'm saying. So if you don't understand what I'm saying at a certain time, let me know the exact time that you don't understand in the video. Message me. Okay, so the head is kind of round up here. So let's go ahead and draw the eye. There's a little bit of detail. And then we go to the nose. I think I'm gonna go ahead and split this into 2 videos. Okay, so now take a look at that. That's our bowl. Let's go ahead and continue adding more detail. So that's the way I work. I usually work from it's from like getting this kind of like the silhouette, and then I work into getting the small detail in the center. The more you practice, the better you'll get. So that means that eventually you will not have to create the general shapes like I did. I'm only doing it so you guys can understand how to break it down. So this would have been a circle, and this would have been a circle, and then you would have your the two lines connecting it. Or you could have just drawn the cylinder like I did. But again, you always have to look for defining features whenever you draw. When a bull's head, the neck dips down like this, and then you have the head. See? Squared top. See, that looks like a bowl already. You have the tail. You have humongous front. You see? That was quick, but it has the general features of a bowl. So let's go continue to adding the more detail to our drawing of the bull. I do apologize if I'm going too fast for some of you. I'll try my best to slow down. Please try to follow along. I'm not zooming in or zooming out of the drawing like I usually would, because that would be having too much advantage over you guys. So now I'm adding the feature, the muscles. So once I'm really happy with the complete body, I'm gonna go in and start adding like major detail of the muscle to the bull. I will try to tuck them as much as I can. Okay, let's get the hooves. I do recommend you guys to give it a try. I may be a little bit intimidating to draw something like this, but you'd be surprised if you actually give it a try. You'd be surprised to how good it may come out. Okay, so that's our general shape of the bull. I'm gonna go ahead and start erasing some of the parts now. That's why I drew lightly. So now I don't have to press too hard on the pen, on the eraser. We'll never finish the tail, huh? So I will only keep one layer, which is the same as only keeping one paper. So just because I'm doing this in digital doesn't mean that I have much of an advantage over you. I will be using the same techniques I would use if I were to be doing this on regular paper. A lot of the professionals in the field use Photoshop, but there's other programs that you can also use to draw digital. If you are interested in Photoshop or digital, I don't mind giving some tutorials on how to use it too. Most digital drawing programs or painting programs are all the same. It's just that some function better in certain areas. Alright, so I'm just erasing the parts of my sketch, so we have more of a cleaner drawing. And I would like you guys to do the same. I don't wanna be able to see the underdrawing. I don't wanna see the sketch. Okay. So make sure you erase it properly, which is why we don't press too hard on our paper. So I see that the ear, it's actually not that low. The ear starts a little bit higher than the eye, around here, and then it goes ahead and meets the horn, like that. Okay. So I have most of the sketch deleted, erased. Okay, let's go ahead and erase the one on the outer, and then after we do that, we're gonna go ahead and start adding some details on the inside. Okay. The second easy is drawing animals to draw in here, I would say would be the rhinoceros. I'm in troubles with this one, huh? Let's go ahead and move this a little. Tend to do my drawings a little bit bigger than they should be. The horns on the picture are about the same height. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, there you go. Actually no, not yet. I'm doing a big mistake. It's bending the horn going up like this when it should be straight and then up. And then up. There you go. So now I'm more pleased with this design of the horn rather than ones that I had before. Okay, now let's go ahead and start adding some texture, some muscle definition, and some folds on the skin. I'm gonna start with this right here. And over here too, you can see separation. I can tell that the picture is a little bit pixelated. I apologize. You don't have to use this picture if you don't want to. Feel free to use your own. Just make sure to provide the images that you're using. You can use images off of Google. It's fine. If you want to draw your own dog or your own pet, that's fine too. Just make sure you have a good angle and that you're able to tell definitions in your picture. Okay. All right. So let's continue. Okay, so we have. So this is where the dark is gonna go. A lot of this muscle definition is gonna be more defined, better defined by the shadows that we're gonna be doing. Now my approach for the shading is gonna be different since I cannot do blending. I can do blending, but it's more of a painting method through a Photoshop, and it's not gonna help you much. So instead, I'm gonna go ahead and will be using the same method that I use, like when I'm inking something, which is creating hatching and cross hatching. So this is hatching, and then this is cross hatching. It's literally when you're hatched. The same direction. And I think maybe if I smudge it, let me go ahead and change my brush for smudging. So let's circle. There we go. Maybe if I smudge it. No. Kind of. Let's go ahead and up the strength. Oh no. Lower it. Ah. I'm just gonna be using hatching and cross hatching instead. I may use some airbrush type. That'll be afterwards. I can show the finished products, and then I can show you the ones on how I'll be doing. Okay. Okay, that's our bowl. What else is there? Again, I apologize for not talking too much. I still need to get used to talking while I draw. Okay. Let's do the nose. There you go. Okay. Oh, I see something over here. The skin folds goes that way as opposed to how I had it before. I see also that this goes a little bit further. There you go, more like that. I hope the recording is easy to understand, and I hope you guys are able to follow along. So we have come to an end of our first video. Please let me know if you need help with anything. I think that if you guys enjoy the way this video was, I'll try to do more through my computer. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's a lot easier this way. I will try to keep the same method, like I said, as paper drawing. Okay, anyways, so this is the end of the first video. Please give it a try. Make sure to watch this one before you watch the other one. Follow the video and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.